Well, hi all, well, welcome back to the channel, and this week it's all about heading across country to the Dades Gorge. We've got incredible park ups, but if there was ever a week of dry riverbeds and crazy wind, this is it. We're the Gapticators, Phil and Izzy. We've been full-time travellers since 2018. Join us on our road trip adventures as we explore the world. And for weekly updates, subscribe, like and turn on that bell notification. Right, well I have to say the washed out bridges are getting a bit boring now.
They are.
Lost count how many we've been on, but yeah. I think it's been like this for some time actually. You're looking at the state of the bridges.
Yeah, me too.
That hasn't just happened. I mean, if I just stop for a minute, I mean you can see this, look.
Boring me now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
It seems to be taking an awful long time, this little shortcut. It's proving not to be a shortcut.
There's a sign there, route deviation.
Yes. Sorry, I'm definitely not Phil behind the camera. Let me apologise to you all for my dreadful videoing.
Well, we've had a fantastic drive today. We're about a good 6 hours into driving time today, and we're just sort of looking for somewhere to stop for the night. But the scenery today has changed an awful lot. It's got more green as we've progressed. The mountains are still a bit barren, and obviously we've had all the riverbeds and all the bridges that have been washed away. But yeah, it's just stunning. All the wildflowers are out, you know, full bloom. And Izzy tells me that she's got another half an hour on the road in her, and then she wants to park up. So
well, look, it'll be 5 o'clock right then, and almost wine time.
yeah. So yeah, the plan is we're just keeping our eyes open, and this is the beautiful thing about Morocco. If you find somewhere flat, not in a wadi, not that I don't think it's going to rain, then yeah, we'll park up for the night. So okay, I think we might have found somewhere. There's a little track just leading off. I'm reversing right now, leading off this main road. Right, we have no idea what's down here, so we're just going to go down. The wadi is right in front of us, but it's a little bit lower, so there's no threat from rainfall. So yeah, let's see. Well, sun's going down. I think we got here just in the nick of time. Great little spot. I'm really happy with this. I think it'll be really quiet here tonight. It's really stony, but very easy to access in the end. So yeah, this will do nicely. Oh, it is? Happy?
Yeah,
Are we level?
Yeah. We're slightly up at the head, but I don't mind being up at the head
No,
just
that's
a little
okay.
bit. No, feels good.
See, I bring you to all the best places.
You do.
Huh? See, look at this.
It is absolutely stunning.
But
The size of the valley.
we've got an amazing evening. There's just a tiny breeze, perfect blue sky. Look at that. So yeah, I think it'll be pretty quiet here tonight. We've got a big water line here actually, so I don't know what that's about. The riverbed is just to our right. I mean, even if it rained for days, we're safe here. So I'm intrigued. We've got that big water line by the truck, and I've just walked down sort of guessed that there was a well, and we see wells all the time here. And I can see that there's a well close to the river. There's a big bank of solar panels. It's quite incredible that you've got so much technology feeding what I can only assume is the next village with fresh water. Wow, there's the well. There's the truck. And here's what's keeping the whole thing powered. It's always really interesting when you come to these places, because I think in the UK and Europe, you just turn the tap. There's just an assumption, no matter where you are, at home, in a restaurant, you turn the tap and out comes the fresh water, fresh clean water. And of course you come to these countries and suddenly you realise that, you know, it isn't the case. It takes quite a lot of effort and a bit of funding to make that happen. The guy in the hotel reception was telling us that they're having to dig deeper and deeper to secure a water source, not even a sort of a clean or a reliable water source, but to get water generally across Morocco. That's what they're having to do, and that's what's been reported in the press. And yeah, it just makes you realise, you know, how sort of fortunate we are. Well, morning all, we're just out having a bit of breakfast. A bit of cloud about this morning, we're not used to that. We pulled the blinds this morning, thought, what? No blue sky. So we're having breakfast. Really quiet night last night, which was nice actually, because we had a little bit of noise in the last place. So we're heading up to towards Dades Gorge right now. It's still a bit of a hike. It's probably going to be another sort of 5 or 6 hours driving today. So yeah, we're looking forward to it. If you remember when we first came into Morocco, we wanted to do the Dades, but of course there was snow forecast, which is so unusual, and all the rain. So we always said we'd do this route on the way back, do the gorge, and then sort of head up from there. So that is our plan. And but right now, you know me, cup of tea time. Right, tea empty. So when we're parked up like this while camping, middle of nowhere, we actually just leave our drain tap open, so the grey waste. And I'm absolutely fine with that, because my thinking is, particularly, you know, we had a shower this morning, then that water's literally just sort of passing straight through. It's not sitting in a tank, festering, stinking. And I'm really cool with that, because it's literally sort of clean water. You know, we're getting washed, there's a little bit of soap in it, and out it comes. So, and that's basically our waste tank. Then you can sort of see the water coming out. So we generally sort of travel with an empty tank. Obviously we've got a holding tank, and if we stop in a, you know, campsite, or, you know, we're sitting at the ferry port, want to make a cup of tea, then, you know, we've got the capacity to hold the water. But that's it. And last night I just actually, you can see there, I just put us up on a couple of stones there. So right, without further ado, close off the waste tank and get on our way. So we're just kind of following the river that sort of meanders between all the mountains, and it's getting bigger and bigger. But there's no water, but the riverbed is getting bigger and bigger. And either side, it's green, it's beautiful. Palm trees, argan trees. What else is he?
Olive.
Yeah, lots of
very
olives.
lush.
In fact, got some people here with donkeys. I'll just spin the camera around. Actually, you can see, I mean, how green it is. And then beyond, of course, it's so barren. It's always a pleasure driving through rural Morocco, and as barren and desolate as it may seem, there's always plenty to look at, always lots of animals, people tending, mostly goats and sheep. You'll always see donkeys, sometimes heavily laden, pulling the cart, but they'll always give you a wave as you drive past. Well, I just drove along here saying, oh, I love Morocco. The sky's turned blue. The roads are empty still. I mean, it's just great. The scenery is, I keep saying this, it sounds boring. Is it boring?
Yes, you are boring.
It is, I'm boring. There you go, I'm boring. But just look at it, it's incredible.
It is. I can't see what good that little bit of wall does at all. If you hit that
You might
at
be
any
glad of that.
speed, you just go all the way over it.
Oh, yeah.
Can you see what I can see?
Yeah, I know. It's like a balloon.
A tower of some sort?
Okay, so we're only about 45 minutes from Ouarzazate, which is quite a big town, but we're excited because there's a Carrefour there. We don't need that much, but we're looking forward to going and doing a bit of shopping.
Yeah.
Izzy, what's on the shopping list?
Feta cheese, bacon, salt and vinegar crisps, Haribo licorice wheels, maybe a croissant.
All the healthy stuff.
All the healthy stuff, absolutely. Things that make me happy, therefore healthy.
Yep. So yeah, but what a drive. Honestly, I mean, it's air conditioning's on full. Hopefully you can hear us because it's really, really hot again. And the landscape is just ever changing. I mean, right now we've got these big, creamy coloured, not mountains, but sort of hills to our left. A bit odd in shape. And to the right, it's very green. Right, another day, another tank of fuel. Okay, so that was 96 pence a litre. That's the cheapest diesel we've had since, what, pre-pandemic?
Yeah.
Which makes all the difference. You think less than 6 months ago we were paying 241 in Germany, euros. So yeah, that's it's a big difference. Our fuel cost, if you like, is our biggest expense. So it's great points here. And so yeah, in terms of our sort of monthly budget, it's a big deal. Okay, civilization. What else?
Well, they've got mozzarella.
We've got brie. Oh. Right, Izzy's happy. She's got some salt and vinegar crisps.
And they've got 2 straws.
Do you know what? We just don't know where to turn here.
I knew this.
Okay, that was a good little haul. All the things we didn't need, but there we go.
Wow.
Yeah, beautiful building, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Okay, so we're just driving out of Ouarzazate right now. We're just trying to find somewhere for lunch and be on our way again. Izzy's doing her usual, which is a little bit of cheese, bit of apple, bit of bread. You don't normally have bread.
No.
You have normally
Some
have
walnut.
some toast, some walnuts, and some honey. Yeah, it's good.
Lovely.
Right, let's get the tea made. Come on then, Izzy. Tell us all about it.
Well, that weird light that was in the sky is actually the NOR 3 concentrated solar power project. It was built in 2018 and it's the tallest solar tower in the world. And when you look at pictures of it, it's surrounded by solar panels, like thousands of solar panels. I don't know why the light shines out of the top of it though. That doesn't make sense to me, so I can't explain that bit. It's really interesting to look at.
You see it from miles away though.
Yeah. But at the opposite end of the spectrum, just outside Ouazzazate, so something that's really ancient, is 8 Ben Haddou. We didn't go there this time, but we went last time, and it's really worth a visit. It's like a, it's an old Casbah town. They filmed Game of Thrones and Lawrence of Arabia and a couple of other things.
But
there.
it's totally original. I mean, is it? Oh, I might be wrong. Is it UNESCO?
It is UNESCO. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it really is stunning. It's like a mud clay built village, like with houses stacked on top of each other.
On a hill, but it's really, really impressive.
It is. So that's definitely worth seeing. It's only 9 kilometres out of Ouazzazate.
And if you go there, it's maybe worth getting a guide for the sake of a few euros.
Yeah, you can see them. They all wear the blue robes, and they're actually really, really good.
They are. And there's ladies there with baking bread, and it's it's definitely a bit of a spectacle. And you can park there if you're in a motorhome. You can
easily, yeah.
Well, very close by and just walk in.
Yeah. Well, you have to cross the riverbed, which is normally dry.
Yeah.
But really, those two things in Ouazzazate come after the main attraction, which is Carrefour.
Yeah. But Ouazzazate is really well known for its movie.
Yeah.
Studio.
There's a film set here as well, isn't there?
Yeah. So and you can walk around the studio and the film set. So
you can.
That's it. So there we go. So we've got this really sort of strange day today, or this afternoon. It was beautiful earlier on, but we can't quite work out if it's cloud, if it's like a heat haze, but it's low, and we're probably at about 1,500 meters right now, middle of nowhere, and all we can see is the cloud in the tops of the mountains. Right, change of plan. So we've just pulled in actually to have a look. It's getting really windy. Had a quick check in the weather forecast. It's going to be gusting 55 miles an hour wind. So we've decided to try and find a bit of shelter, and there isn't much shelter here. So we're sort of thinking, well, we just had a look. There's a little campsite.
Well, an auberge.
Well, like hotel with parking, effectively. About 25-30 minutes from here, so I think we're going to head that way. It's at the beginning of the gorge, and that leaves us really well placed for tomorrow. So that's the plan. Hopefully we'll get some shelter. Our intended stopover didn't work out. It was just too exposed, so we decided to carry on. It's a busy little place,
isn't it? Where they must have poured the weekly souk, I should think.
There's water flowing.
Yep.
Okay, we're turning right here. This is the start of the gorge. The buildings are so red, aren't they?
They are.
Okay, we've just spun round. We think we may have found somewhere. It is a riverbed.
There is no rain forecast.
There's no rain forecast, so I think we're going to take our chances here with this. So I think if we can, we're going to try and get off the riverbed. You just never know. 20 miles upriver, it could be raining, so we can only sort of look at forecast so much. So I think if we can get onto a little bit of slightly higher ground, that would be our preference. Right, well, we've got a great little spot. We're actually facing into wind, and we're about sort of 4 meters above the riverbed. So even if it does rain, I'm fairly confident that if we've got more than 4 meters of water flowing in here overnight, then yeah, we've got a problem. But we've double checked the weather, and even upriver. And I think the most it's showing is not 0.2 millimeters of rain, so I know you can never be too careful, and given what's happened already whilst we've been here, you're probably saying, come on guys, you should know better. But you know, we've checked and double checked, and yeah, I'm happy with this. So right, glass of wine time, I think. Okay, so having a little treat tonight actually, because we've been to Carrefour. I've got some nice stuff. We've got oven tips. We never have oven tips in the truck, but tonight,
Matthew.
Yep, we thought we were going to treat ourselves. So not loads, and a little bit of, I think it's like a quiche or some sort of pie tart. That's it. So Izzy has just done a big sigh. I think we've had a couple of big driving days, and
We're both tired.
I think we're feeling a bit fatigued actually.
I don't like arriving somewhere late because I feel like I have no choice then where to stay.
It's basically dry riverbeds.
Yeah, when there's rain forecast.
So the camera went a bit quiet actually, because there was a bit of swearing in the cab, and by the time I would have edited everything out, there wouldn't have been much left. so here we anyway, we got here. And
it wasn't the giant. It wasn't the dry riverbed that was the problem. It was the giant boulders that you kept driving over.
It was fine. They were okay, Joe. That's why we have a truck.
That's why I'm having a glass of wine.
Sorry, I'm sort of sat here having a chip, and it's lovely.
It is very nice. Treat.
So anyway, we're going to have this, and like I say, I'll come back to you. Well, morning all. Well, we're still here, no rain, but my goodness, we've had crazy wind. I mean, crazy wind. Sort of 50-mile-an-hour wind, gusting. So I think the plan really is to stay here today. We always said we wanted to do the gorge in the really good weather.
It's like being on a boat.
Yeah, every now and again we get this really, really big gust, and I think it must just sort of catch the top of the box, and you can sort of feel it, you know, just sort of moving about. And we're sort of head on into wind, but you still get it. So that's it. But right now, breakfast. Yeah, it's certainly windy today, so I've just come in. I'm just sort of getting a bit of protection from this dirt wall, and that's what I tried to do yesterday with the truck, because we knew it was going to be windy. But thankfully the wind direction is sort of going away a little bit. Calms down tonight about sort of 10 o'clock. It gets a little bit worse today, not much. So yeah, that's it, and then tomorrow we'll definitely move on.
Alternative reality or something.
So I just sprung a camera on Izzy there. So we're starting having lunch. I mean, the noise is one thing, but, and then you look out, but you
can't see anything.
There is mountains over here, and you can see the first one. There's a little sort of trace here, but it just kicked up so much dust today. It should be a gorgeous blue sky.
Nobody's driving past. I think we're going to get a horde of zombies running around the corner.
Nobody's driving past. What, like they're going to drive past here? Well, we had overlanders. We had we had a load of people drive past this morning. In fairness, okay, Izzy.
There is a track. They're quite a well-used track, I'd say.
Yeah, there is.
And
yeah.
there were donkeys on it yesterday.
There was.
But no, I think it's the end of the world. It's an apocalypse.
Oh. The world according to Izzy.
Well, look at it.
I know, it's a bit crazy out there.
Horrible. It feels like we're having a snow day or something, because it's just so hideous outside. We can't
and
do
the
anything.
noise, and every now and again the truck just has this really big sort of, it's not a shake because it's quite stable, but it like rocks and just lets you know, yeah, I'm bigger than you. You just sort of see the cab there and the...
Yeah, you can see it moving. Look, there we go.
Oh yeah. Right, well, it's 7:30 in the evening. The wind has calmed down an awful lot. There's still a bit. I'm still behind the truck, so it's a bit sheltered. We're definitely going to head on in the morning. It's actually been not a bad little stop. We've got a bit of work done, and you know, we're sort of seeing it, the wind, the worst of the weather. So yeah, that's the plan.